Hello friends, I am Manish Maharshi, Assistant Professor, Department of English, Government, Dunga College, Bikaner. Today in this video, we will discuss the figure of speech of alliteration. This figure of speech is part of the syllabus of BA first year Maharaja Ganga Singh University. First, I will give you the definition of this figure of speech, and then we will discuss some of the famous examples that are commonly used in everyday language and some of the examples from the poetry that is prescribed in our syllabus. Alliteration is a figure of speech in which there is a repetition of the same consonant sounds in the consecutive words near about words. In other words, the definition of alliteration can be said: words that begin with the same consonant sound are placed close together. Although alliteration often involves repetition of letters, importantly, it is to be noted that it is not the repetition of the words letters, it is a repetition of sounds. For example, Philip's feet a is an alliteration, although P and F are different letters, but the sound that they create is the same. Alliteration is a figure of speech which is used to create rhythm and bring focus to a line or a sentence in a piece of writing material. The importance of alliteration can be seen as it is useful sound device found in many types of literature, but mostly in poetry, business, and advertisers use alliteration to call attention to company names and products. Many famous quotes and sayings also use alliteration. This is because the repetition of consonant sounds at the beginning of words allow rhythm and musicality. It also makes a phrase easy to memorize and fun to read or say out loud. Certain sound can affect the mood of a poem. Alliteration thus can be used to give a poem a calm, smooth feeling or a loud, harsh feeling. For example, the phrase singing songs of the seaside utilizes the S sound. This gives the phrase a soft and smooth sound. Meanwhile, the phrase keep that crazy cat out uses a hard K sound. This gives the phrase a harsh sound and adds a threatening tone. Because alliteration is such a bold and noticeable device, it may be used to call attention to a certain subject. Many great speeches and speech makers have used alliteration to emphasize certain parts of their argument. For example, Martin Luther King Jr.'s famous quote, "I have a dream that my four little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin but by the content of their character." Here, King uses alliteration to emphasize that racism judgment based on the skin color must be replaced by the equality. Samuel Taylor Coleridge's famous lines from Rime of Ancient Mariner uses alliteration. The fair breeze blew, the white foam flew, the furrow followed free. We were the first that ever burst into that silent sea. There are several types of alliteration here. The F sound, the first sound used in fair, foam, flew, furrow, followed, free, and first. Then B sound in breeze and blew. Then the W sound in we and were. Lastly, the S sound in the silent C. All these alliteration has doubled the impact of what Taylor wants to convey to his readers. Alliterations are of two types, consonance and assonance. Like alliteration, assonance involves the repetition of the certain sounds, where alliteration is the repetition of consonant sounds at the beginning of words. Assonance is repetition of vowel sounds within words. Alliteration and assonance are both used by poets to create rhythm. The sound within words make assonance more subtle than alliteration. This is because the sound at the beginning of words are more prominent and noticeable. Here is an example. Alice ate all of the apples in the afternoon. We will wait till May when the shade blocks the sun's rays. We will wait till May when the shades blocks the sun's rays. This there is the repetition of the A sound within the words. Alliteration is easy to recognize. Assonance is not so clear as the sounds of the consonants are. Consonance, like alliteration, involves the repetition of sounds, but unlike alliteration, it only uses consonants but within words anywhere. Meanwhile, alliteration repeats both consonants or vowel sounds but only at the beginning of the words. Here are a few examples of consonants versus alliteration. First, we will see consonants. Ted's tap, shoes, Peter patter, and tap at the talent show. Here, the repetition of the T sound occurs throughout the sentence as consonants. Peter patter is an example of consonants. For the P and T sounds, alliteration is slightly less common. Alliteration, for example, Ted's tap shoes, Peter patter, and tap at the talent show. In this sentence, we can see repetition of the T and P sounds as both alliteration and consonants. Alliteration creates so many tongue twisters, and we see some of the famous examples of these tongue twisters as follows. Peter Pied picked a peck of pickled peppers. Then a good cook could cook as much cookies as a good cook who would could cook cookies. Then black bug bite a big black bear. Sheep should sleep in a shed. I saw a saw that could outsaw any other saw I ever saw. So these are some of the famous tongue twisters used as play in many places. So now a quick recap of what is alliteration. Alliteration is a useful poetic device in which certain sounds are repeated at the beginning of words in a sentence or phrase. It may be used to draw attention to certain phrases and can provide rhythm and musicality. Alliteration can be found in literature and pop culture alike, from famous speeches to cartoon characters. So now today we have tried to understand what is alliteration, consonance and assonance. If you have any problem, you can connect me directly on my WhatsApp number or call me, or you can write your questions in the comment box. I will try to reply them as soon as possible. Thank you.